Hey people, how y'all doing today? So the CEO, Daniel Ek, from Spotify, recently made a statement in a video, basically saying that artists should be cranking out music more often, um, which in theory sounds good, right? But also in the statement, he also mentioned the artists who are big, or should I say, the signed artists who are big, and that's the direction that they seem to be going. The issue with what he's saying, it's causing a lot of backlash because here's the problem with what he's saying is that number one, when you're a signed artist, and especially if you're with a label that has the relationship with Spotify, okay, clearly the support that you're going to get from Spotify by far is going to be very good, or if not great, so that that artist can make a living off of the streams that they're about to be making off of the platform. And generally, since they have the relationship, it also means that that artist usually is put on to quite a few playlists of Spotify's, by the way, and a lot of their playlists, has anywhere, from hundreds of thousands to millions of followers on these playlists. So that means that if you're on a playlist that has all these people, the chances of your music being heard and streamed is going to be a lot of times, right? So therefore, that's a good thing. However, the backlash that he's receiving is from a lot of musicians and singers who are not signed to these companies. Matter of fact, 90% of them, including myself, who is an artist on Spotify, which, by the way, I'll put the link in the description so you can go check out my music on Spotify, okay? Is that we don't have the support of a major label. We don't have the support necessarily of Spotify, where they're going to place us into all of these different playlists. And even if that's the case, there still is a process to being placed in these playlists where, for example, your music, in order to be get placed in certain playlists, you have to beat, the algorithm a certain kind of way, or uh, even if you do what is called a pre-release, you're still not guaranteed that they may feel like your music is going to be put into this playlist. You know what I mean? You're not guaranteed. You see what I mean? So really, the backlash is because if I keep cranking out music, okay, onto Spotify's platform, or the streaming platforms, obviously they're making more money off of me. But the thing is that for me to make the living that I would like to make, and I have all this music that's just there, okay, and I'm not getting the support from Spotify to even make a living, then that's where the argument comes in, and that's where the backlash comes in, and that's why these people are cussing, Spotify out, and they're saying all the things that they're saying, and it's very valid because it's like, how can you say to me I should, crank out more music on my dime, but you're not giving me any support to say, well, how is my investment, or shall we say, how is my investment on return is going to be better by doing that? You haven't said anything. So if you haven't said anything, then, of course I'm going to feel a ways about that. You see what I mean? So, so you can't blame the singers and the musicians who are pissed off by his statement by saying this, because he's not showing any support. He's not showing, okay, well, if you do this, I'll have your back. He's not showing that. He's just saying, put it out. Because obviously if you put it out, of course he's going to make more money. Of course the value of his company is going to go up. Of course all these things. It's very greedy, and basically what he's doing is manipulating the industry and musicians and artists who put out music, to basically say this is the way to go forward. And in my humble opinion, that's not right. You can't tell somebody to do something and not have their back and expect, everybody to, be happy about it. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. It doesn't work that way. No, no. So as far as I'm concerned, Daniel Ek, I don't agree. Therefore, if you want musicians and singers to crank out more music, then you're going to have to come up with a support system to show that my return on investment is going to be really good, or if not better than what I'm already doing, so that I can make a living and I can say, you know what, I can, crank out music on Spotify knowing that, I can make a living with this. And especially with what's going on with this whole COVID situation and the quarantine, this is even the more reason why you need to show us, Daniel Ek, that you have our backs if you're going to make that kind of statement. So, come on, Daniel Ek. You got to do better than that. You got to do better than that. So, anyways, y'all let me know what you think of Daniel Ek's statement. And do you agree? Do you disagree? How do you feel about the streaming industry? Let me know what you think, in the comments below. I would love to know what your thoughts is. Personally, it's not right. And I think eventually it's going to get to a point where either one of two things, they're going to have to change, or actually they're going to have to raise the rates of, what Spotify pays artists, so that artists can feel like, all right, I can put out music because my return on investment is going to be, comparable, or is going to be livable. Okay. So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. But in the meantime, in the green time, subscribe to my channel. Please hit that notification bell so that y'all can keep up with all of my content that comes out. Okay. And as well as give this a like, share this video with your family and your friends. And once again, please leave me a comment. I really need to know what you guys think on this situation, because, I'm sorry, Daniel Ek, you need to do better. But in the meantime, as always, one love.